Hey, how you doing? Today is September the 1st. Yeah, I'm here at Tom Moore's. You get to see this little lagoon there. So, what would I like to talk to you guys about today? Well, I'm coming out of church. Just taught a lesson, a nice lesson I had. And the lesson was about blessings and counting your blessings, more or less. And I thought I would do a video because sometimes I think we don't pay attention to what we are accomplishing because we are measuring everything based on money. You know, how much money was made or how much sales you had. And you have to think of your journey as a whole journey. You can't just look at it. When I first started, I had no clue about internet marketing. Nada. Not a thing. And today, I'm comfortable with things that I wasn't even comfortable just a few weeks ago. I mean, a few weeks ago, if you would have said, hey, what's an Aweber account? You know, I knew I had to set up one, but how do you set up a campaign? How do you do the follow-ups? And how do you set up so that I would have been like, oh gosh, that was like speaking Chinese, but now that's not a problem. You know, writing the emails, you know, I'm ready. I feel comfortable that when the list is there, I'll be able to write emails. You know, I understand. I have studied enough, and that's where I think sometimes we realize. And in my case, I've noticed one thing that is very key at this point for me, and that is that I know at this point that I have enough knowledge now to create an income. I know that the knowledge that I have received right now, if this was all I was going to get, and if that was all the knowledge I was ever going to get, I have enough knowledge in me right now to have income, no doubt about it. Now it's time to take the action. You know, yeah, I know I got to do. It's hard when you got to put money on the line, and you got to pay for advertisement or whatever you got to do. But you got to do. If you're going to be in this game, you got to do whatever you have to do. You know, you want to stay home, and you want to stay home and enjoy your family, enjoy that other life, then you're going to have to do what is required for you to do. Hey, but like I said, look at the blessings you've got, look at the gifts you got. I spent a good time yesterday with my kids. I'm starting to enjoy that more. You know, stop looking at the negative. Can't look at the negatives anymore. You know, I was reading a book. And it was when I read that book, The Leading Edge, and when they talked about that lady, the lady that was the shoe shining lady. If you read that book, you must, the Slight Edge, must read book. If you never read it, download it, get it audio, get it from Britain, but it's a must read book. But anyway, this lady, they would talk about the shoe shining lady, and she had all these stacks of books, stacks. And they were all romance novels, you know. And in my case, it would have been some of those, what you call it, fantasy books, the Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. You know, I would have had a stack of them instead of romance novels, you know. So when I read the story, I felt what he was saying, you know. You know, I just think of the different novels that I've read, you know, The Wheel of Time and all of this other kind of stuff, and they were saying that, you know, you would have spent that same amount of time. Think how different your mind thought would have been. And hey, I enjoyed the novels I did read. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but I mean, I understand what they're saying. You know, you got to find these books that are gonna help you change your mindset. I know I'm reading a new book now, and the quotes, and you know, you're reading Teddy Roosevelt, you're reading all these famous Thomas Edison, you're reading all these people's quotes. You know, it's just famous quotes after famous quotes. Very powerful book, but it does change your mindset. It does change. It starts to nibble at you, and this is where the book reading comes in. So, once again, I'm going to nibble at you. Get on with your book reading. Now, don't feel discouraged of whatever's going on. I know that at times it feels discouraging, but that just comes with the territory. You got to be able to kick out that little nagging bug that tells you that today's the day you want to quit. Because if you let that nagging bug get to you, it's going to destroy your life. It's going to destroy your objective. My mindset is not set on a specific date or a specific. I know what I want to accomplish, and I feel that I got the vehicle to accomplish it. So I'm going to take full advantage of it. You know, I think I'm going to have to leave it at that. And I'll catch you in the next video diary, okay?